will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Maryland Terrapins offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Number 1 SS 3, 4. Auction, double mug. There are 6 categories.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
Spread.
To the air. It's Washington. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So East Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up a play-action game in the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number 1.
It'll be 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Short cross.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Ball's incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Trying to bull his way in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, East Carolina. Field shrinks. Tight end
Entering play call, coach
big targets,
suggestions. There
big
are 8
results.
categories. You have 15 options.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got enough for the 1st down. Turning it on! And And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got his man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Powers through the defender. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Farrell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
That's caught. It's Farrell. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Maryland! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Hey, for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over UMass. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The short hands, it's Watkins. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you...
Converts on 4th down. Still going. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
There are 8 categories.
No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Pirates with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Hand off from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flicks it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Pirates started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short...
And he'll take it in and house it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
There are 6 categories.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Coach suggestions. There are 6
and the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Gonna run it. It's Love. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. It's caught.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab near the marker, it's Watkins.
They
bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. Right there, they decide we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Quickly complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown,
Entering
Pirates.
play call, coach
They'll try to add
suggestions.
another
There
to
are
their
8
lead.
categories. You have 15
Love the play design on
options.
offense
That's
because you get your
selected.
playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his
Entering play
hands.
call,
Get
you
him
have 5
open,
options.
easy
Kickoff
throw for
left
the
is selected.
quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much
Entering
better off to
coach
take the touchback.
suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Spread.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Working that left side now. He stopped at the 48 and pick up a 10 on the play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use the score to cut into this lead. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's McConnell. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He'll take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
Coach suggestions.
Hey, what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pocket breaking down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. To the air, it's Lacey. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, ECU! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's
the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half
options, 5-4-2, return left is selected.
We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
RPO alert shot.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Power football with the run. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Pirates have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Williams. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Counter.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on.
There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 6 categories.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go.
Spread.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Washington. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Howard. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
There are 6
a little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
6 categories.
The Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They go right back to him. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Option, double mug. There are 6 categories.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down.
Entering
Didn't
play
pick up a
call.
lot there,
Coach
moving forward
suggestions.
just
There
a
are
few.
6 categories.
And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. RPO red, white flat.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Lacey. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's McConnell. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Terrapins are threatening in the red zone. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes him to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Just keeps slinging it. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And the Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Touchdown, Terrapins! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy,
Entering
but he
play
lost
call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On to attempt the try.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14.
Entering
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Selected.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Spits it out to the back. Pulls it in, it's Alexander.
Entering play
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Shuffle slot in is selected.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Red option is select AHD punch.
So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Coach suggestions. There are 8
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop.
Selected.
But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Option is double slant stick.
And the Pirates, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Entering Hosju.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Middle slant.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Entering play.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really...
Touchdown, Purple Pirates! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Entering play call.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Washington. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Terrapins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Terrapins are on the move. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's Washington. Right down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second.
Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They just keep firing. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Coach suggestions.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that 1st.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Lacy. He unleashes a long one. Finds a spot in the middle. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Entering play call formation. Coach suggests.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not...
Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
6 categories.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Return to HUD.